Here we go. Are you ready for the main event? You want to stand up? Stand up for the start. Here we go. 2252-wheel rocket ships on the line. The main event, the Coors Beer main event. Is it gonna be Johnson? Is it gonna be Ward? Well, here we go. The main event. Ward. It's Jeff Ward in front. Ricky Johnson second. Jim Hawley third. No, check that, a change. Jeff Leask in third. Warren. Eddie Warren goes to second. It's Ward and Johnson. And Bowen. Ward in front. Here comes Warren in second. And Bowen in third.
What a surprise move. Keith Bowen moves around Ricky Johnson. Look at Bowen go, number 6.
It is Ward in front, but Bowen is gaining on him. Bowen has gone to second. The signal from Jeff Ward's mechanic, a 3-second lead. Johnson is gaining. It is actually Bowen in second, but Johnson is gaining on Bowen now. Watch number 6 on the white Yamaha in second, and watch the red Honda of Ricky Johnson in third, number 1. 25 points for a win, and Ward's going to have 50 points if he keeps this up, which is not insurmountable, but it's a heck of a lead. Number 6, Bowen, is holding on as second. But number 5, Diamond, is in third and gaining on Bowen now. Holland, number 4, in fourth. And number 1, Johnson, in fifth behind Leask, number 19. Leask has been lapped. Jeff Ward, forget him. He's way out in front. Number 3, here is a battle for second. Number 6 and number 5. Number 6, Bowen, and number 5, Diamond. And Diamond is gaining on Bowen.
Mickey Diamond's down, rider number 5, exactly where our teammate Honda rider Ricky Johnson went down. The Honda riders being plagued by the big long whoop-de-doo section.
This will move Holland into third. It's Ward. Ward in front, number 3, then number 6, Bowen, then number 4, Holland has gone to third. This will put Ricky Johnson in fourth now, Larry. There it is. Watch Ward. Watch him. He just doesn't make mistakes. He is just perfect tonight. No problems at all. Riding a very relaxed pace, just fast enough to stay in front. Picking his way around lap riders so easily. Number 3, Ward, a very uneventful lead or uneventful victory here for Ward. White flag, 1 lap to go for Ward. Look at him wave to the crowd as he comes around. You don't see Jeff do that very often. He's got to feel very loose. Oh, and a rider down. Number 22 down right in front of Ward. That's Tyson Boland. Ward goes around. Let's see if he waves when he comes around here on the other side to you folks. You might give him a round of applause when he comes by. He's waving to the crowd now. Here he is. How about a round of applause when he comes by? Jeff Ward. He hears you. Beautiful. From Mission Viejo, California, originally from Scotland. Ladies and gentlemen, the victor tonight. Give him a round of applause. Team Kawasaki's Jeff Ward.
Johnny O'Mara, our third place finisher, limping over toward the stand. We talked to the O-Show a little bit earlier about the status of his knee and whether or not he was really prepared and equipped to come out and ride. But he did a heck of a job holding it together, and we're going to have the O-Show come up here and say hello to him. Johnny, you look a little bit stiff and sore. That had to have hurt. How about a big round of applause for O'Mara? Johnny O'Mara finishing third. Johnny, that had to have hurt a little bit.
Yeah, but it seems like I'm kind of accustomed to pain. I went through the same thing last year, and I'm real disappointed. I really wanted to have a strong year, and I think I'm going to be a little bit handicapped for a little while, but I'm still going to give it all I can, you know, and stay in the point race. And never know. It's really been an up and down first two races with a lot of the guys right up there, and tonight they messed up. So I think if I'm just real consistent, I can pull off a good year for me, and I think I can get right back in the points chase.
Let's bring up the man that finished second. Comes out of Pontiac, Michigan. Rode a Yamaha out here tonight. Keith Bones Bowen. How about it? Keith, tell you, he was gone by the time he cleared traffic.
Yeah, I caught bronchitis last week, and I was really weak, and I think with the humidity in here, it kind of caught back up to me this week. I kind of got real tired. I just kind of tried to pace myself and do the best I could, and fortunately Ricky fell and Mickey fell. It kind of made it a little bit easier. But I'd like to thank everybody from Yamaha, just doing a tremendous job on the bikes. My mechanic, Pete Steinbrecher, Keith McCarty, the team manager, Tad O'Connell, Kenny Clark, Scott Goggles, Bell Helmet, and Axel Sportswear.
Tell you what, for the second week in a row, for the second year in a row, welcome. Third year in a row here at Houston. Excuse me, third year in a row. The man owns this city, owns this track. Welcome, Jeff Ward, the winner of the Supercross tonight. What a ride. Jeff, when you went back into the pits and found out how fast your teammate Ron Lachine turned his heat time, that must have had your head shaking a little bit.
Yeah, Ronnie rode really well. I had got off to a bad start. I caught up to him, and I was thinking maybe he'd wear down a little bit, but he rode really incredibly strong. But main event's 20 laps, and that's a lot different. And I'm in the best shape of my career right now. I feel really strong, and it wouldn't matter to me if it went 40 laps. I feel great out there.
What is the difference between this year and last year?
Nothing really. Just didn't take any off time, but I didn't take any last year. It's just what happened in Anaheim that kind of I let myself get down a little bit too much on what happened, and that can happen to anybody. But starting off the year as strong as I am, the confidence just comes up, and it's like you can do nothing wrong, and I just hope everything keeps going the way it's going, Larry.
And here we go, the Coors Beer main event. Ron Crandall out there in the field lining them up. Is it going to be Johnson? Is it going to be Ward? Is it going to be Lachine? Is it going to be Hanna? Well, we're about 20 seconds away from finding out. The Coors Beer main event. I'm Larry Huffman. Happy to have you here tonight. Round 7 of the 1987 Coors Supercross season. Johnson can go out in front in the points lead if he defeats Ward. He is 3 points behind Ward. And here we go. It is Johnson. Johnson in front with a Yamaha. No, it is Frizz in front, number 52 on a Suzuki. Wardy fourth. You have two privateers, Manley and Frizz in front, and here's Lachine crashing again. Lachine gets off in the main. He is hurt. Lachine crashes the same spot as last night. Looks like a wrist. His wrist is hurt. It is Jeff Frizz in front. Now Johnson has gone to second. Ward in third, Manley fourth. I don't think Frizz will be able to withstand the charge by Johnson very long. Now, in the front straightaway, it's a battle between Kawasaki and Honda. the Coors Beer main event.
You want to watch Ricky right here at this point right now, Larry, on the triple jumps. He may be trying to triple past Jeff Ward. Jeff's a little bit smarter than he thinks. He's moved over and blocked Ricky's line on the triple right now.
Johnson tries to go in front. Ward slams the screen door right in his face. Wardy seems to be riding with a little more confidence tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Jeff's riding really well right now. He knows last night that Ricky got by him. Now Jeff has the upper hand. He passed him tonight. It's going to be
Jeff Leask has gone to third. Ronnie Tishner in fourth. And Kehoe has just gone down. Here it is. Wardy and Johnson. Watch the triple. Here's the key. Who's going to triple it? Nobody yet.
I don't think that Jeff's going to let Johnson triple by him. That's Ricky's line right where Jeff's taking it to triple. It's getting really ready out there, so I don't think Johnson can move over and triple it yet.
Tough break for the Kawasaki rider. He's out early. Here goes Johnson to the inside. And Ward slams the door right at his push. Johnson comes back. It is Kawasaki versus Honda. And right now, the green machine is in front. But for how long? Jim Hawley, Wardy is riding a much more aggressive race tonight. He's not letting Johnson get his wheel in.
Well, definitely. I think at this point right now, Jeff's 3 points ahead of Ricky. If the race stays like this to the finish, Jeff will be 6 points ahead of Ricky. There goes the pass right there. Jeff made a little bump, but he's going to shut the door.
Johnson takes the lead. And Ward comes right back at him. If they finish in this order, it will be tied up going into Dallas next week. Each will share the lead. Ricky Johnson in front. Here's a triple. Let's see what he does. He's going for it. Jim Hawley, Wardy's got to do that triple.
Yeah, definitely, Larry. That's in the back of Jeff's mind right now. He's losing too much valuable time by not doing the triple. He's going to have to do it the next lap if he wants to stay in the contingency of this race. You want to watch that battle for 10th place between Bob Hanna, Eric Kehoe, Keith Bowen, Ross Peterson, and Ricky Ryan. That's all right there for 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10th spot.
It's number 6, Keith Bowen, is in 9th spot. Kehoe, number 8, is in 10th, and Hanna is in 11th, and Hanna's going for 10th. Nope, they go over the jump again. It's almost side by side, but Kehoe comes out of... Now Hanna's got him! Hanna, as Kehoe looks behind him, Hanna doubles it. And now Hanna's going for 8. Hanna has got 8. He's going for 7. He's got 7. Hanna's at 7.
Yeah, Bob's really on the move right now, Larry. He wants to go out with make this Seattle race, his last one, a big win. You know, unfortunately, I don't think he's going to win it tonight, but he's going to work all the way up into probably the top 5 spot.
Tishner is in 5th spot. Hanna, who started way, way back.
There went Bob Hanna, just past Ronnie, Larry.
He's got him. Hanna has gone to 4th spot. Unbelievable. Hanna right up behind Holland.
Just made the move right there, Larry.
He's got him. Hanna has gone to 4th. Unbelievable.
I think right now, Bob's got his sights set on Jeff Leask, number 19, for 3rd place.
He started in 13th place. He's gone to 4th.
Yeah, he's riding unbelievable right now. A lot of guys are starting to get a little bit tired, fatigued right now. The track's starting to wear. Bob looks like, you know, like he's always done in the past. He likes it when the tracks get real rough, and it's a long race like this.
Hanna's going to go for 3rd. He's going to go for Leask, number 19. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it'd be really nice to see Bob finish up 3rd here and get into the winner's circle on his last race of a Supercross career.
Unreal if he could do that. We are in lap number 17. 3 laps to go. 2 seconds behind. Hanna gaining on Leask.
Boy, Johnson just flicked her sideways off of the triples for the fans.
Watch Johnson when he goes across that finish line, Jim. Watch the finish. Here comes Ricky. Let's see what he does in the finish line. Watch Ricky Johnson on the finish. Team Honda wins it. He slows down. There it is.
Boy, Leask and Hannah are just about maybe 4 seconds behind Jeff Ward for the number 2 spot. It's coming close, Larry. There's only about maybe 10 more seconds left in this race. It's going to be interesting.
They go to the sandpit. Jeff Ward taking second. Here's the finish. Jeff Leask, Australia's pride, takes third. Hannah fourth. All right, almost.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, down on the floor, the first man to arrive, and he got off his motorcycle and immediately started kicking the kinks out, and I know he's got to be a little bit sore. Jeff, the ankle has to be bothering you. Would you welcome, please, second place finisher, incidentally, Jeff Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, about a round of applause. Jeff, you in a little bit of pain.
Well, yeah, the first couple of laps are really bad. I cased about everything out there, and kind of goes numb, and it's really hard to use the brakes, so I have to kind of ride smooth, but Rick is riding really well, a lot smoother than I was going, and just no way to keep up when I have that kind of problem.
There is absolutely no substitute for smoothness, and that leads to the technical abilities of a rider. There's just no substitute for doing it on a track like this. You've got to be on.
Yeah, I'm riding with, my upper body too much. I'm not using my legs as much as I should, and that tires my upper body out a little bit, and that's when the smoothness goes away. But, I came away. I've been just kind of salvaging what I can right now until this thing heals up 100%, and I'm not doing too bad a job.
How about the winner, ladies and gentlemen? 2 nights in a row. He's won 4 of them this year. The defending Supercross champ from El Cajon, member of Team Honda, Rick Johnson, the man of many hats. Good ride, RJ.
Thank you, Seattle. I had a great ride, man. I caught off into a start about where I wanted to be. I could see the leaders, and that way I wasn't pressed to set the pace if I got the whole shot. But Frizz had an unfortunate accident down on the end of the straightaway. His bike went flying off, and I just wanted to try to push Jeff and see what he'd do, and it worked out to my advantage.
The racetrack held up extremely well, and as Jeff Ward pointed out, he was having kind of a problem. He was casing things. He was trying to ride with his upper body, and it was tough. So it worked out really this weekend in your favor.
Yeah, it worked out to my advantage. It was definitely a rider's track because there was only really one place where a lot of horsepower worked, and that was coming down the start stretch. And but my bike was definitely, I felt the fastest out there, and it worked the best. And we had a good combination going. It just felt great.
The last hurrah from the Hurricane. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Hannah finishing fourth. I'll tell you what we've got here is a changing of the guard, the defending Supercross champion, and no rider. This is maybe a coincidence, a new reign starting, but no rider has ever won 2 Supercross titles other than Bob Hannah, and Hannah has won 3 in a row. Now Rick Johnson is looking for his second. A long way to go for 3, RJ.
Oh, definitely a long way to go. Bob's a hell of a rider. My hat's off to him. He maybe the Suzuki's not as good as his other bikes he used to ride, but no, he's a great rider, and I respect him very much, and hopefully I can set as good an example as he did.
Bob, you're handing over the reins, I guess, to an awfully fine rider.
Yeah, so I'm not handing over him. He flat came up and took him away. And I don't like anybody to take him away, but I guess he's the guy that deserves it. He's won more races than anybody, and I'm glad to see him doing it.
Great ride out here today. It's a hell of a way to go out, because I'll tell you what, all of the fans here were, Rick, unfortunately, you were out in front, but they were watching the Hurricanes charge.
Well, I'd like to got up there and got a start and at least got to see this guy. I haven't seen him in about a year, except watching him in the winter circle on the track. I haven't seen much of him, but I don't think I could have stayed there for long, but I like at least smelled it,
Well, you put in an appearance. Rick, on behalf of our sponsors and the Coors people, there's the trophy that you get to take home. You don't get to take home Miss Honda, but you can borrow for a little bit.
Well, I'm not done with Bob Hannah yet. He may be finished with Supercross, but he's not finished with Nationals. He loves sand and mud, and by the looks of this year, we're going to have a couple sand races, and I think me and the old Hurricane will be doing some banging out there. I'm looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Hurricane Hannah and Rick Johnson. How about it?
And we are set now for the Big Banana, the 250 main event. Is it going to be Johnson? Is it going to be Ward? Well, you're going to find out. And remember, that hole shot is all important. As these riders, that gate drops and they rock it down that front straightaway at about 65 miles an hour. Johnson with a bad start, back at about mid-pack. And Wardy goes for the triples. He's tied up with Johnson for the series lead. And Johnson is running 8th. Jeff Ward in front. Ronnie Lachine, his teammate, in second. If Lachine can stay upright, he's going to finish in second or first. He's a hard charger. 17, Eddie Ward in third. Here comes number 19, and Jeff Lee's going into third. Ward and Johnson each had 129 points coming into this race, and Johnson knows he's got to catch Ward. And this is what happened in Seattle 1 week ago tonight. Wardy got a good start. Johnson got a bad start. And Johnson put the pressure on him until he passed him. But we're in the early stages of a 20-lap main, and Johnson is in fourth. Going for third right now. He's got it. Jeff Ward on the gas on the KX250 Kawasaki. Looking good. He'll pick up a bunch of points on Johnson if they finish in this order. 25 points for first, 22 for second, 20 for third, and down the line they go. But Johnson, now watch Johnson and Lachine. They're both well over 6 feet tall, both from El Cajon, California. Very similar riding styles. Lachine is, number 9, is a little more wild than Johnson. And he's going to try to block Johnson, and Johnson throws the inside. Lachine slams the screen door in his face. Wardy, number 3. Johnson psyched him out last week in Seattle. Can Ward withstand the pressure if Johnson gets by Lachine? Lachine is going to stick to Johnson's rear tire, but Ricky's starting to pull away. Wardy suddenly has got a blood-red Honda on his back wheel, about 5 seconds back. Well, here is what Johnson likes to do best. Start slow and then put the pressure on, pick off riders. The crowd turns him on. He responds to the crowd, and now he is reeling in Ward. And Jeff Ward is going to have one hell of a battle in just a few moments if Johnson gets close enough to strike. It's the signal that Ward's mechanic gave him was push now, to let him know that Johnson is gaining on him. Now they're getting into traffic. Now look at Johnson. He's riding like a madman. And he's right up behind Wardy. And now they're getting into traffic. Can Johnson pass him? And it's Ward number 3 into the slabs of base sandpit. Johnson riding like a madman in second. Comes right up behind Ward. Can Ward withstand the pressure? 28,000 people screaming him on. Wardy going over the jumps, hitting the tunnel. Johnson right on his back tire. Through the whoops. Johnson right up on the tries to stick a wheel to the inside. Ward sets an oar. Over the jump. Johnson's almost side by side. Holy Toledo. He's got a wheel on the inside. He's got him. Johnson takes the lead. A beautiful move by Johnson on the inside. And what's Wardy going to do now? Is he going to back off? He tries to hammer back at Johnson. Ricky Johnson opens up the lead. And it is goodbye, mama. Katie bar the door. Ward is staying about 2 seconds behind Johnson. So he's still close enough to strike. But I don't know. Johnson just looks so good, so awesome. It's hard to try to overtake him for these riders. He has just been winning everything inside lately. Number 1, Ricky Johnson. Factory Honda. As Johnson picks his way through traffic. But look at Ward. He's getting up. He's moving up on Johnson now. We've not seen this year, a Ward being passed, then coming back. Jeff Ward is actually moving up on Johnson now, about 1.5 seconds behind him as they go through the sand pit. Johnson number 1 and Ward number 3. Now Ward faded fast in Seattle. He is not fading. He's staying within striking distance of Johnson. 1 and 3. That's the battle. Can Wardy catch him? Wardy has not given up. He's staying within striking distance of Johnson. This is for the series lead, the Coors Beer series lead. And if he knows if he presses Johnson, he's going to force him to make a mistake. That's his hope. No, the white flag out. We have 1 lap left, and Ward has got to pull it off right now. Wardy has got to reel it in. And here's the mechanic signaling. Number 1 and 3, and right now Wardy's got to pull out all the stops. Wardy coming in close to Johnson. The Supercross Series Championship lead is on the line. The Lights of Beach sandpit. Now Johnson makes his way through it. The white flag lap. Lachine way back in third spot, number 9. Wardy still nursing that ankle he had operated on just a few weeks ago. No, the Yamaha keyboard. The checkered flag coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Honda's Ricky Johnson. But how about a round of applause for Jeff Ward in second, and Ron Lachine in third unofficially.
The man that finished in second, Wardy, that's got to be one of the tough ones.
Yeah, you know, I was up front there and felt okay for a while. Then I kind of choked up a little bit, started missing some jumps, taking some bad lines, and Ricky made a good move on me, and you know, I stuck with him the whole way. Lappers were getting in the way. I caught up a little bit, and the lappers got in my way, so it was about 50-50 out there. And felt strong the whole race. Just didn't make the time that I needed to.
But Ward, you know, the impressive thing, Wardy, to me is that you look good, you look solid the whole race, and I have to say that Jeff Ward is back and he's 100%.
Yeah, you know, I felt pretty good out there. I still, first lap wrenched my ankle and kind of babied it, then the pain went away, so that's a good sign of healing up. And I'm back on track, and there's a lot of races left.
Here's the man that finished third. Would you welcome, please, Ron Lachine. Ron, not a heck of a lot you could do out there.
No, I was just trying to stay smooth and try to get something going again. I've been laying on the ground the last couple of weeks, and I just tried to stay real smooth and keep my concentration and make it all the way through the race.
Well, it was an excellent race. From your vantage point, you saw a little bit of it this time instead of watching from the sidelines, and that's got to feel good.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. You know, I wasn't really running up there with Jeff and Rick, but if I would have been, I probably would have been going a little bit over my head. So I tried to stay smooth and calm and finish the race.
Rick Johnson, RJ, how about it? Rick, you and Jeff were busy chatting there. What were you two guys talking about?
We were talking about lappers. You know, when it rains, it pours. You go from no one, and we could race good by ourselves, into, you know, about 4 or 5 guys, and they're racing for like 6th and 7th place, and they don't want to give up any position, so they're racing, but they don't look out for us. And he made up a lot of ground on me, and then I guess after I got by him, they messed with him too.
Yes, they did, and it was kind of a seesaw thing there. In reality, while Jeff was drawing closer, it was because of traffic, and there was no place for you to go, but excuse me, there was no place for you to go, but you made the most of it, moving in and out of them. And what goes through your mind?
Well, I'm hoarse now from screaming at him. I think I called him every name but a nice person out there to get out of my way, because, you know, it's me and Jeff for the points lead now, and I got 3 points on him, and this means a lot. You know, every race means a lot to me, and to have it lost by some lapper messing with me, I think I would take the affair into the pits.